I found a few intruders upstairs, but...
I understand they won't be a problem. Lambert, however, let the Frightener get to him. Nothing serious. Good you went after Triss and handled that mage.
She was able to salvage some equipment, but it looks like the main device has vanished.
Our beautiful sorceress was right, I know. You did well, Wolf.
Wow,
Take this armor and sword. I've been keeping them for you.
Are there other Witchers?
There were 3 Witcher schools in all, but it's been long since I've heard word of the other 2. You've met all the Witchers I know of, except for Berengar.
Did I know him?
I don't believe so. An introvert, he chose his own path. Actually, none here can say they know Berengar. He often ran away from Kaer Morhen, though he would always return in the end. After the trial of the grasses, he finally accepted his destiny and started training for real.
Yeah, why isn't he?
Why isn't he here?
I don't know. We lost touch with him a while back.
Can I ask you something?
Of course.
Who was
was
Leo?
Leo?
One of hundreds of orphans of the war with Nilfgaard. I apprenticed him 6 years ago.
I'm sorry.
We'll recover our secrets and find Leo's murderers, even if they fled to the end of the world.
Can I ask you something?
Of course.
You mentioned defending Kaer Morhen before.
Yes. 15 Witchers once lived here, training boys for their trials. Only they knew the secrets of mutation. Witchers who set out on the path and failed to assimilate among humans wintered here. Before the battle, 23 Witchers and 40 students called Kaer Morhen home. Too damned few for the mob that attacked. I never knew why they came. Some say a sudden explosion of anger born of disdain for Witchers. But no. Someone provoked the mob with flyers filled with lies. Special agents read them to the peasants. Truer still, the fanatics could never have taken the fort without the aid of sorcerers, though they outnumbered us by far. They didn't even spare the youngest. I alone survived, concealed among the corpses. Walk around, Wolf. The skeletons remain. You may find a flyer, there used to be hundreds. Memorize it as a warning of the evil humans can perpetrate.
Can I ask you something?
Of course.
Any idea who attacked?
No, but the mage suggests no ordinary bandits. We found pins adorned with salamanders on the dead. The symbol of their organization, perhaps? I sense hard times ahead.
We'll speak later.
Wasn't there a third guy, right? When's me? I made that. Oh.
What do you need?
Mr. Pout.
Done. I have the ingredients, and it's safe upstairs.
Good. You'll need 2 more things to make the potion. The claw of a mighty beast, and some celandine. Vesemir will tell you where to find them. Let me teach you the formula.
Yes?
Back and forth.
Lambert gave me the formula.
I take it you already have white gull and calcium equum.
I do. What next?
You'll need celandine. Take what I have. Plus the claw of a monster like the Frightener. To skin a creature, take a sharp knife and cut along the torso. You'll find the Frightener's carcass in the upper courtyard. Once you've extracted the claw, rest by the fire while making the potion.
Witcher George, slaying a dragon.
Right? Oh. Right, so guess we'll just make this potion, and we will call it a night. Tomorrow we'll hopefully perfect this. Hopefully.
Yes?
What if I get the ingredients wrong?
You'll have to find more.
Where?
I'll have another claw and more celandine. Eskel has alcohol, and I saw calcium equum somewhere upstairs. But try to get it right the first time. It's not that hard.
Where are Lambert and Eskel?
Upstairs. Lambert's in the library, and Eskel's taking Triss to a room.
I have all the ingredients.
Good. Now rest, and prepare the potion according to the formula.
Work. Potion with Briss. With Briss. Actually, there's a couple of things to do first. Just to get that level up. Come on.
Need anything, Wolf?
I have some questions.
What is it?
What do I use as the base for my potion?
Alcohol. The better it is, the purer and more powerful your potion.
You seem to feel at home here.
Well, I've always preferred an armory to a lab. Though Vesemir plays up the importance of potions, he's hardly an expert. After all, he's always taught swordplay. Still, he tries to teach us everything he learned when he was young, and that was a while back. But to be honest, I don't care for all these powders, mushrooms, and other trash.
Couldn't Triss have helped with Leo's mutation?
Maybe. It's a little more complicated than that. See, we've never shown her the lab, and the last mutation was completed years ago, before the battle. Vesemir can tell you more.
You really think Triss never used magic to peek inside?
She respects our secrets, and she's done a lot for us. For you. I trust her.
Yeah.
So why haven't you shown her the lab?
Triss would like to use our secrets to heal people and such. I've no doubt she'd try, but it's never that simple. Ever heard of the gnome Alfred Nabel?
Eskel, I have amnesia.
An incomparable inventor, like most of his race. Through years of research, he discovered an amazing substance. He intended it for use in mines and quarries. Though a genius, Alfred failed to foresee his invention's possible applications. Others quickly realized that a substance designed to rip granite from the ground could destroy castle walls. Some even considered using it in open battle.
I get it. So what happened to Alfred's discovery?
Mages stopped it from spreading. Alfred committed suicide, and his lab burned down.
Couldn't Triss have helped?
Maybe.
You really? So
Triss ever asked any he other.
You seem to feel it.
Well, though still.
Tell me about.
It's a three-stage process. The first is the choice. Leo completed it, enduring the hard training and diet.
I presume it's more than your basic lettuce and carrots.
Special mushrooms, mosses, and herbs are grown in the lab. Combined with training, they accelerate muscle growth and digestion, improving the body's general condition.
Does everyone pass the
Failure.
first stage?
Unfortunately not. The liver and heart often fail. The mind sometimes too, resulting in excessive aggression.
Oh, and the stars.
What's the second stage?
The trial of the grasses. More idiotic tales have been conjured up about that than about princesses and dwarves. Before the raid, the lab contained vials, hearths, formulae, herbs, and the grasses. A mage and his magic were all that was lacking.
Did you ever witness a trial?
Just one, our own. I thought I was going to lose it when your hair turned white. The grasses affect the nervous system, so magic must control the process. The trial results in lightning-fast reflexes, reaction times normal people will never attain. Only 4 out of 10 survive.
Quite a cut. And the last stage?
I don't know the specifics. It involves changes like the mutation of the eyes, the bone marrow, hormones. In exchange, we see in the dark, heal much faster than ordinary folk, and gain increased resistance to poison.
Interesting. What's the cost?
We're infertile.
The changes are irreversible?
Entirely.
Did you see the magic storm?
Yes, I was out hunting. Just before the storm came, a swarm of nightjars took flight. Hundreds of them.
What?
Gray streaks across the sky, trilling wildly. Usually less of them gather, and their cries rarely sound so desperate. When the storm came, I gave up the hunt and headed toward Kaer Morhen. Met the others on the way.
Tell me about the trial.
It's a 3,
I presume
special.
does every...
I
think I
How can I?
couldn't trick.
Maybe.
I'll talk.
What is it, Wolf?
Any thoughts on the attackers?
Amateurs. If not for the mage and the frightener, we'd have beaten them blindfolded.
But they had a mage and a frightener. They robbed us and killed Leo.
True, but we'll find them.
Hindsight, Gerald. Come on.
Leo said he almost defeated you.
We were sparring when that storm arrived. My medallion jerked so hard I almost fell. The boy saw an opening. He certainly had potential. Then Marigold appeared, shaking, delirious. She insisted we chase the wild hunt. Vesemir agreed. He always had a soft spot for her.
You dislike Triss?
She's too pretentious for my taste.
Can you tell me about the fighting styles Witchers use?
The art of combat involves 3 traditional sword-fighting styles, plus a few variations designed for combating monsters.
Start with the basic styles.
Kaer Morhen is the wolf school. Old Vesemir always made sure we train more as warriors than mages, though we also learned the signs. Witches employ 3 fighting styles. There's Aden Enye, the fiery dancer, which we call the fast style. The Viruleden Nefde Fendlediv, the group style. And the Temerian Devil, the strong style. Which style do you want to hear about?
The fiery dancer sounds interesting.
The legendary elven swordsman and poet Misael created it, basing the system of steps and cuts on his observations of wildcats, especially the ocelots that elven rulers used as palace guards. The fiery dancer favors speed and agility over strength of blows. Opponents simply don't have the time to strike back. The ideal swordsman is a flame that cannot be hurt and inflicts wounds each time it is touched. Misael himself wrote that. The style is popular among the elven aristocracy. Which style do you want to hear about?
Tell me about the Viruleden style.
Literally translated, it is the Nine-Sun sword style. The swordsmen of Virulito developed it as a method for tackling several opponents through complex slashing sequences. They say masters of this style can fight 9 opponents simultaneously. Which style do you want to hear about?
Temerian Devil sounds familiar.
Sounds poetic, but there's little or no philosophy involved. Devised by Temerian Landsknechts, simple men. It's best against heavy armored opponents. Which style do you want to hear about?
Okay.
I think I've heard enough.
All right.
Can you tell me about
The art of
I wouldn't mind.
You noticed we carried 2 swords? That's because some monsters are immune to steel. A normal sword
that's
won't cut
actually
them.
important.
For instance,
Werewolves, vampires, genies, and other magical beasts.
Genie.
The techniques for fighting with a silver sword derive from traditional swordsmanship. But there are a few essential differences. No parries and ripostes, mainly steps, evasive moves, spins, and other acrobatics.
I'll be in trouble if I don't get my memory back.
You'll be all right, Wolf. Your body will recall all it needs to. Certain things you never forget. Trust your intuition when choosing your fighting style. The Devil's best against Kikimores, Graveers, and Fledders. The Fiery Dancer is absolutely superb against Barghests and Ghouls. And the Veriledon? Anything that attacks in groups, but initially limited to Drowners.
Thanks, Lambert.
No problem, Wolf.
Can you tell me about the
Articon...
I wouldn't mind.
You noticed,
For instance,
well,
I've heard it.
any other...
We'll speak.
Oh, God. I'm like, oh, the blue, there's more stuff. I sworn you can get this item for somebody.
How?
We'll talk later.
I do smell. Oh, wait, I know what I got. Hold on one second. Do a little Final Fantasy VII, snoop around her room. If you don't get that, play Final Fantasy VII, not that crappy Crisis Core. Like, play a real game.
Oh.
Oh. First potion. No, really, what?
Must have been the wrong item.
There's nothing. Oh, plastic. Rocket science. Okay, yeah. Orgasm. Cool.
Thank you, Geralt.
I hope this potion helps.
That was terrible. I dreamt Lambert was with me. He was staring at me, saying things like, "Don't go dying on me, Marigold," calling me big-headed. I'm so glad to see you.
Big something.
What?
I'm glad you're feeling better.
I know we should set out, but I have a feeling we won't be back. Perhaps ever. Won't you stay just a bit longer? With me?
Ooh,
I
yeah.
suppose we have some time.
I'm so happy
Knock
you're
him blue.
back. When I saw you, all the feelings I tried to deny returned. Stronger than ever.
Triss, I'm not ready to talk about the past.
Of course. I shouldn't pressure you. I just feel so... the powers. I'm behaving like a teenager. Let's focus on the present. I guess I disappointed you all. Forgive me.
Nothing to forgive. What I felt when I learned you were alive. Hard to compare to anything.
Oh,
Oh, God.
Except maybe what I feel as I look at you.
I missed you so. Let's see if the best bed in Kaer Morhen can hold us.
There we go. How do you move? PG-13.
Geralt, a pleasure, as always.
As always?
You don't remember anything?
Unfortunately.
Well, you have something to look forward to then. No matter. Tell me, how did the battle end?
They broke into the lab, killed Leo, stole our mutagens, and escaped.
Oh no,
Poor
lost.
Vesemir. Another protege dead prematurely.
We delayed the funeral until you awoke.
Thank you. As for the mutagens, their loss could prove catastrophic. Let's not lose any more time. Unless there's something you'd like to ask me?
Know anything more about the sorcerer who ransacked the lab?
He's very powerful. He completely controlled the energy he drew from the circle. We may soon be facing another Vilgefortz.
Who?
No matter. I have something I'd like to teach you. Geralt,
Can you restore my memory?
I'd have to examine you. There's a good chance your memory will return on its own.
How much chance?
That's difficult to say. It might help if I knew what caused you to lose your memory.
Well, no time for that now.
Geralt, can we go?
Nope.
The theft. What are its possible consequences?
Most sorcerers and rulers would sell their greedy, power-hungry souls to get the mutagens. Only a master of the arcane arts can use that knowledge. Not many of those left.
What about wealthy merchants, dukes, kings?
Perhaps. Anything's possible, but speculating wastes time. We just don't have enough information.
True.
Geralt, can we go?
I know you've heard me on the radio.
I need to do something. I'll come back and get you when I'm ready.
Dude, lose your memory just got you late.
Have you spoken to Lambert about combat?
Yes.
He's quick to use his sword, and has quite a bit to say about it. But that's not always the best tactic. Let me show you some hand-to-hand techniques.
All right.
Oh my. Ali left.
Not bad. You seem to be in good shape.
Eskel, you know I need practice.
Basically, you're a scrub. Talk to baby girl one time. If I remember how to get, I don't want to get there. Guess we'll just go. Yeah, so the marker on the map. Mark. Come on. Sound effects for running is just so awful.
Yes?
Vesemir, we can proceed with the funeral.
I take it Triss has recovered. All right, let's begin. Remember, we leave right after the funeral. Let's go.
Master linguist right there, Gerald. Alright, after this, gotta go to bed, get some sleep. But we'll start off.
We don't know where the bandits came from or who's
Right.
behind them.
What's this?
We'll draw attention if we venture out as a group. By splitting up, we can also cover more territory.
I'll go west. I know a few people there, and I prefer the coastal
Then
climate.
I'll head east, to Kedwin,
Wow, way to
unless
cut him
someone
off,
objects.
jerk. I hate that guy.
That's fine. Which way should I go?
South, to Temeria. King Foltest owes you a debt of gratitude. Some time ago, you removed a curse from his daughter. You might happen on the bandits' trail there. And you, Triss?
I'll try to use my influence to find the bandits. If I learn anything, I'll contact Geralt. I'll gather what information I can and find you in Vizima.
Triss.
Don't, Geralt. I detest goodbyes. I'm liable to cry, and there's nothing more pathetic than a sorceress in tears. Don't get killed, Geralt. I don't think I could deal with that again. I'll see you soon.
See you, Triss.
I'm not gonna read that. Sorry.
Caroline, I'm tired.
It's not far now. We'll be there soon.
I'm cold.
We'll fetch you warm milk and honey. You'd like that.
Very much. Thank you, Caroline. What are those dogs doing?
Dogs?
Having sex, probably. Oh, for eating that poor guy.
Alvin, do exactly as I say. This is important. Run to the inn as fast as you can, and don't look back. Understand?
They're evil dogs.
Run!
What the hell? Shut the gate, quickly! The beast! The beast is attacking! Sound the alarm!
Oh man, that kid is looking it. Sucks for that lady though.
Geralt! Melitele must have sent you. There's a woman outside. The dogs will tear her apart. Help her! Help! No!
Don't open the gate! The beasts will enter! These dogs are deadly. You people are monsters! Stand aside! I'll save them myself!
Stop. Don't go out there alone.
Damn you! We're all going to die!
What was that?
Magic, surely.
Right.
The beast!
Geralt, look!
The time of the sword and axe approaches. The time of the white frost and white light. The time of madness and disdain. Tedairit, the final age. The world will perish amidst ice and be reborn with the new sun. Reborn of elder blood, of hen Iker, of a planted seed. A seed that will not sprout but burst into flames.
That's good to know.
The old elven prophecy of Itlena. I hope he's all right.
It seems he saved us from the beast.
He doesn't seem to
Yes, seems so. Oh, I do hope he's not hurt. I'll need to find someone to take care of him. He shouldn't be alone. We'll stay at the inn in the meantime.
Wait a minute. I ran into wild dogs on my way here, but they were nothing like these, and I don't mean just the green fur. Know anything about them?
They've been terrorizing the village for some time. Every few days, a villager is killed. The pack is led by a large hound, perhaps a wolf. People call it the Beast.
Someone might pay to have the beast slain.
That's what witchers do, isn't it? But enough about monsters. What brings you here?
I'm seeking men who wear the sign of the salamander. Seen anyone like that in the area?
Shh, not so loud. There was someone, but the peasants grow silent at the mere mention of him. The Reverend might know more. You may also want to ask him about the beast.
I'll do that.
Did you want to ask me something?
Do we know each other?
It's me, Shawnee. Don't you recognize me?
Maybe you get
Whatever
naked
happened to you? I heard you died during a massacre in Rivia.
Unfortunately, I lost my memory. I recall the last few weeks, nothing more.
I'm afraid I can't help. Medicine's a fledgling science here in the north. I can say that your memory might come back on its own.
It's not that bad. I'm actually getting used to it.
I hate to admit it, but sorcerers are somewhat more effective at this than we are. Maybe one of them could help.
What brings you to this village?
I'm traveling to St. Lebioda's hospital in Vizima to help fight the Catriona plague.
When are you leaving?
Once I've helped the victims of the dog attacks, I guess. I can't abandon them. It'll delay me, but some are certain to die without my aid.
So what'll become of Alvin?
I don't know. I'll look after him for now. Maybe a villager will take him in.
He seems clever enough. Surely someone will want him.
Did you want to ask me something?
It's been a long time.
I think there's
Alami.
a mayhen crop with small barbs and hooks. It rips away skin and flesh with each strike. Most civilized countries have banned them. The boy was delirious. Muttered something about a ransom and the Reverend. Sadly, he grew feverish, and he died that night.
Thanks. I may stay longer than I planned.
Why the interest in Salamandra?
Shut up.
They killed someone I was fond of, and stole something of mine.
I wouldn't want to be them.
Yeah.
We'll speak later.
And on that note, we'll speak later. Thank you for watching, and peace. Woo!